Hello, Verbling.com students. Hello to all of you Verbling.com English students. It's time for another class on Verbling.com. You know all about Verbling.com. It's the best place on the planet to improve your English. So hi, I am one of the Verbling.com teachers. My name is Geoff Watson, and I come from Vancouver, Canada. And I am here this hour to help you improve your English because we have lots of materials for you. We have 2 articles to read. Now, really, we're going to read the articles to prepare ourselves to watch and listen to a YouTube video about the same subject. And so you're reading the information, focusing on understanding the content. I'm here to help you, and all of you can work together as a team to help each other understand the content of the article. And then we're going to watch the video, and you're going to try to understand as much of the video as you can. And I hope that all of you are ready to make some comments as well and to practice your speaking. And so what I would like to do is, just while I remember, I'm going to paste into the, I'm going to paste into the Verbling chat box. No, I'm not. Okay, and so we'll see. And what we're going to do is to I want to show you the tools that we have with the screen share, and we ask that all of the students please keep their microphones muted for us. Okay. That will eliminate all of the sound. Thank you. So the mute button, the button for your microphone is up at the top right-hand corner. So everybody can use that to turn on and turn off their microphone. And we're going to be watching some YouTube videos. And so you're going to have to click on this application button to load that so that you can watch the videos. All right, and so I'm going to see if I can copy my questions and paste my questions into the Verbling chat box. Hey, it's working now. That was my fault. Do you use rechargeable batteries, or do you buy throwaway batteries? Are you satisfied with how long your batteries last in things like your cell phone? Do the people in your country who use throwaway batteries dispose of them correctly, or do they throw the old batteries in the garbage? So those are the questions. Those are our introductory questions. So I'd like to say hello to, it's Adanali? Adanali?
Hello.
Adanali?
Yeah.
Yeah. So help me with the pronunciation of your name.
Sorry, teacher. He's from Adana in Turkey. Adanalı.
Yes.
His name is Emre, I think.
Ah,
Yes,
oh,
right.
okay.
Okay.
Right.
So what is your name? Sorry?
Emre.
Annalie. Okay, great.
Emre.
Is it written there?
Now I feel like that I'm sitting in an international class.
So, is your name written correctly?
Emre.
So your name is not written correctly. Emre?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're the second word. All right. Because I'm looking at the name that's underneath your video. So could you answer our battery questions?
I won't say pass because my English not enough for speaking.
Okay.
Because I want to listen.
Oh, okay, good. And but do you see the questions in the chat box?
What's mean? I don't know.
The Verbling chat box. I have written the questions in there. Okay, I'll move on. Thank you. Welcome to the class, Emery.
Thank you.
Christian, are you there?
Yes, hello.
Yes. So, where are you connecting from?
I'm from Buenos Aires,
Okay, great.
Argentina.
And do you see the questions in the Verbling chat box about batteries?
Yes.
Okay, and so
I use
share it.
sometimes rechargeable batteries, like in photograph camera.
Okay, good.
Is that correct? But
Yeah,
in
in your camera.
in my camera, but in our
Mhm.
country, there aren't specific sprays to throw away the battery.
Okay. All right. And so nobody is separating the batteries and disposing of them correctly?
A few amount of people,
Okay. All
perhaps,
right.
yes.
Well, maybe you can start a program of doing
Yes,
that.
of course,
Okay.
of course.
All right, great. And Kubra, Kubra, Kubra. Hello.
Kübra hocam. Ay, teacher. Hello.
How are you?
I am fine. What about
Good.
you?
I'm great. Happy to be here. So tell us where you're connecting from, and can you answer one or two of the battery questions?
Uh, uh, Battery, actually, the telephone, after using the charger, doesn't keep for a long time.
Okay, so the batteries do not last? They do
Uh,
not last for a long time?
yes,
Mhm.
it doesn't keep, and I'm that's
Okay, so you are not happy with your cell phone batteries.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, okay. They
I
don't last long enough for you.
yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay, great. Thank you. And Marcia, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Great. Okay. And so can you tell everyone where you're connecting from and what are the answers to your battery questions?
I'm in Wales, in UK. I prefer to use rechargeable batteries. I I think about environmental things. I mean, Greenpeace.
Okay, that's good.
So,
All right. So then, do you separate your old batteries?
yes.
And how about the other people in your country?
Here
Your village?
is easy to do that because there are a lot of place to put the batteries, the old
Okay.
batteries. Different of the Brazil. It's very difficult to find a place to recycle and disposal
Yeah.
dangerous things like
Okay.
batteries. But
Okay.
here is not problem.
Yeah. Good. Thank you. They have a program in Chile where they have places where you can throw the old batteries and old cell phones and chargers in the subway system. So that's very convenient. I'd like to say hello to Mine. Mine, are you there? Hello, Mine. Okay, I'm going to move on to Ociel.
Hi,
Ciel, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Can you hear me?
Good. Yes,
Okay,
fine.
okay. I'm in Brazil. I have to agree with Marcia said. I think in Brazil, although there is a lot of programs in television, in university, everywhere to educate people about these things, people don't use to throw the right place the batteries and these stuffs.
They
And
don't
I don't know,
usually?
they don't usually throw in the right place.
Mhm.
They separate to recycle or something like that.
Recycle. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think it's easier for people just throw in the garbage, you know, and they don't used to do that.
Well, that's
I try don't use too much battery. I think right now I just have battery in my cell phone, in my laptop. So
Okay.
and I try don't use it like those ones that I will not be able to recycle. You know?
Okay. No, great. The throwaway batteries.
Yeah.
And Marcia mentioned trying to save the environment, but I've been saving money for years. I have a set of rechargeable AA batteries that I've been using in my camera for years, and they work
That's
just fine.
the first thing I tried to say when I was thinking. I just forgot to say that. You don't spend so much money buying batteries that you can recharge it, right?
No, I don't understand why people do it.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to go back to Mine. Yes, hi Mine. Go ahead.
Your question about the rechargeable batteries?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I use rechargeable batteries in US because it's very convenient here. You can buy and use those battery, and I think it's cheaper also in this country if you compare to Europe or my country.
Okay.
And also recycling is good here because you can recycle your old batteries.
Okay.
And they have a special container and you can keep there and they recycle for you.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if it's recycling. It may be. And you know, big car batteries, those are recycled because they contain a huge amount of lead in them that's valuable. But I think the main thing is just that the batteries in the past, anyways, have had toxic metals in them. And so they need to be disposed of correctly, like they're hazardous or toxic.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's changing, and we'll be reading some information about that. And Shuvan, are you there? Now you need to turn on your microphone again.
Hello, Geoff.
Yes, hello.
Yes, now I think you can hear me.
Perfectly.
Yeah,
go ahead,
I'm from Germany, and yes, I have many electronic devices in which I use rechargeable batteries. The best device which I can mention right now is my computer itself.
Okay.
And it uses a rechargeable battery, and I recharge it using my electronic charger.
Great.
And my battery lasts...
Sorry, are you happy with the amount of time that your battery lasts?
It depends on the time, by the time I'm using the battery. For example, I have a camera which I haven't charged for the last 3 months. So the battery is almost nil, but my laptop is almost charged daily. So I'm pretty much happier with the efficiency of the battery.
Okay. All right, great.
And since I live in Germany, so here they have a very good rules to dispose these electronic waste.
Yeah,
they have several electronic warehouses where you can go and dispose of the batteries, depending on the car batteries to the small AA sizes battery. And you can also choose a day from Monday to Friday where the people used to keep their electronic waste outside their houses, and the collector from the municipality used to come and pick up your garbage, and they take it to the warehouse for the proper recycling process.
No, that's great, and I'm glad you mentioned electronic waste. That's another big problem. But you're saying that the people usually do this, or yeah, right. Be careful with English, and somebody else mentioned it. Used to do something means that you did it in the past, but you no longer do it anymore. So the people put their electronic waste out in front of their houses, and a truck comes by and picks it up.
Thank you very much for the correction.
No, great. And Vicente, welcome.
Hi, hello, teacher and everyone. I'm connecting from Brazil. Nice to meet you all.
Yeah, and the battery questions?
Let me see. Yes, I also use rechargeable batteries on my mobile phone and on my laptop. and I'd say I'm satisfied with the time the time that the battery lasts.
Good.
I don't have anything to complain. But a problem is there isn't any recycling service in the town I live for batteries.
Okay.
And I don't throw them away. I keep them.
Good. Yeah, I have a plastic bottle where I throw the ones that have accumulated there.
Yeah, there's a recycling service for plastic, paper, but there isn't for battery.
Okay, great. All right. Well, you can ask about that. Thank you. And I think there's a new student, Jose. Jose, are you there? Alfaro? Jose T. Alfaro. Okay, we cannot hear you. And so I'd like to go back to Amre. Would you like to answer one of the questions? Are you happy with the batteries on your cell phone?
Just I want to listen to you.
Okay. All right. I'll come and check on you later. So good. And so let's open up the document. And what I would like to do is for us to start reading. And so I'm going to put it on the screen share here. And so here we go. And so Emre, would you like to do some reading of the text or just listening?
I think listening.
Okay, great.
Best.
So I'll, Christian, could you please read the title of our article, please?
Yes, of course. New lithium battery, triples, capacity, and charge fully in just 10 minutes.
Okay, triples.
Triples.
3 times. Triples capacity.
Okay, it's difficult to pronounce.
Yeah, no problem. No, triples. So this is just a picture of one of these. These are what are they? These are the batteries that are designed specifically for the product. And so let's go to here, the number 1. Could you please go ahead with that? It begins with the number 1 technological hurdle. Are you there, Christian?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
the
please
number
continue.
1. Okay, the number 1 technological hurdle separating humanity from some future we desire is developing reliable power supply with battery. Even today, we are barely even able to keep our phones alive through the evening commute. But a radical design change in lithium-ion battery technology could help keep our power-hungry gadgets online for days, not hours.
Okay, great. And so this is all about a possible technological development. And so we're not talking about something that exists right now. And let's continue. But do we understand a hurdle is a barrier or something that is in the way? It obstructs with having a wonderful future. Scientific or science fiction future is we need lots of reliable power from batteries. And I do agree with that. Okay, and I'm going to move on to the next person. And so, Kubra, sorry,
Yes.
Kubra.
No problem. Yeah.
Yeah, conventional.
Okay. Conventional lithium-ion batteries, the rechargeable cells that power everything from phones to Prius. Toyota's electric car generate current by moving positive lithium ions between microscopically thin sheets of carbon graphite located at each electrode. But as these sheets age, their capacity and discharge performance degrades.
Okay, and just to help with, we're sort of learning some of the vocabulary. So these are ions, and
Ions.
these are
Oh,
the
sorry. Ion.
charged particles. It's an I, so ions. And
Ion.
then a Prius is a type of electric car or a hybrid car. The Prius, the Toyota Prius. They're used for
Okay.
taxis. I'm from
Teacher, I can't hear you.
Okay, so thank you. Somehow I was muted there. And so Prius is a type of hybrid car made by Toyota. So it has a motor and electric batteries. And so the problem with current batteries is the structure starts to break down. And that stops the batteries from working correctly. Okay, so let's move on to the next person. So, Marcia, could you read the next paragraph for us, please?
Okay. Researchers at the University of Southern California have therefore done away with silicon sheets entirely. Instead of using thin sheets of carbon graphite, they are going to use graphite. Graphite. They are going to use fused oral silicon nanotubes that can move electrons without wearing down, without losing capacity. What's more, the team indicates that this new battery structure would hit the market in just 2 to 3 years.
Okay, so we're talking about a radical new design to batteries, and this team of researchers from the University of Southern California have announced that they have created a new structure for inside the batteries, and it's actually made of these incredible carbon nanotubes. Nano referring to something that is extremely small. And so what we're talking about is a new design that may be on the market in just 2 or 3 years, and batteries that work much, much better. And so, Mine, could you read just this last little bit here for us, please?
Okay. We will soon have a new generation of inexpensively produced, environmentally friendly, and long-lasting power sources at our disposal.
Okay, and so that's kind of exciting. And I think a lot of people are interested in having batteries that are small, light, and hold a lot of energy and last a long time.
Geoff, before you go to the next paragraph, I would like to ask you a question.
Great. Go ahead, please. I love questions.
In the last paragraph, as I can see the exclamation mark next to the disposal. So do we need to give the stress on the word, for example, sources at our disposal, like this? Do we need to give the stress because of the exclamation mark, or is it like a complete normal sense?
It's just a normal sentence, but the exclamation mark means that it's exciting.
Yeah, I know. Like I understand the usage of exclamation, but while reading, should I give the stress on the word disposal because it is present, or should I read it like the similar way as if it would have been a full stop?
Well, I guess the idea is you want to try and convey with your tone of voice that it's exciting news. So maybe I would say, and long-lasting power sources at our disposal. Okay. So yeah, to maybe be a little more dramatic than if you were just reading the ordinary sentence. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
And you might say, you know, we will soon have a new generation of inexpensively produced, environmentally, and so on. So
Okay, so it's
depending
like
on,
some advertisement
yeah,
planning going
well,
on.
sure, exactly, depending on how excited you are. All
Definitely,
right,
yes, thank
now
you.
I wanted to share something about the Jetsons. This is an animated television show from the early 60s. And this is sort of North American culture, the United States and Canada. And we always mention the Jetsons when we're talking about science fiction and new technological inventions and things. And so, what I wanted to do was I wanted to show you a YouTube video. And so, I'm hoping that people will click on the YouTube application because I would like to show the YouTube video now. So on the left-hand side of your screen, look for YouTube and click on that. I'm going to see if I can show you this video. I'm almost 50 years old. I was born in 1963, and this cartoon was made in 1963. And so we're talking. Now, I'm hoping that people can see this, and I would like to ask everybody, as always, if you could please keep your microphones muted. Everybody needs to turn on and then immediately turn off their microphones, please. So we eliminate all that background noise. Sounds like somebody's listening to the radio. Maybe they're bored with the class, I don't know. Okay, and so the idea behind this show is it's from the very early 60s. And so the people who created the show were thinking about the 21st century and how we would be living in this magical science fiction world of flying cars, etc. And so that's the idea behind that. So there's a little bit of North American culture for you. All right.
But their predicted is almost right.
Yes.
I
Well,
think so.
yeah, I mean, there are some domestic robots, and, well, I mean, I guess some people have flying cars, right? Okay. And so now let me see. What I wanted to do now was to show another video about how batteries work. All right. And so there's no audio to this battery, so we should be able to talk while we play the battery. While we play the video. And let me see if I can load this in. Any comments from people at this point? And Christian, I'm sorry, you need to keep your microphone muted for us. You're creating quite a bit of noise. Unfortunately, you can't hear the noise yourself.
It is very awkward sound.
So we're saying, you know, imagine a world where everything needed to be plugged in. That wouldn't be very fun, would it? So we do use a lot of things that need batteries. And people are free to turn on their microphone quickly and make a comment. These are dry cell batteries. These would be the throwaway batteries. So chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. So the anode and the cathode and the electrolyte. And see, these are some of the metals that are in batteries: ammonium chloride, graphite, zinc. And so the chemical reaction inside a battery causes these, I believe, are the electrons to build up at one end of the battery. And so they're trapped there. They want to flow to the negative, or sorry, they want to flow to the positive side, but they can't until they're connected into an electrical device. And so you have the positive terminal, the negative terminal. You have electrons flowing through the wire. And that's how a battery works. Now, but then over the time, the chemical reaction wears out. And so that's when your battery dies and stops working. Okay. And so let's stop that. And so any comments from people?
Very informative and nice video. I actually was feeling like dancing on the nice music.
Yes.
And I've thought that I went back to my high school days when a teacher used to tell all these things using some books, and I was not able to grasp the subject. But now I feel like, wow.
Okay, so great. These, by the way, these are the carbon nanotubes that they're going to put in the new batteries. So absolutely microscopic materials. These are incredibly efficient materials. And this is like a hearing aid battery, we often call this. Okay, and so let's move on. And what we're going to talk about is wireless electric vehicle charging. All right, and so let's see if we can work through some of this information. And so I'd like to start back with Christian. Christian, could you read the title again, please? Christian, are you there? Okay, I'm sorry, we can't hear you. And so, Kubra, could you please read the title again for us? Hello?
Okay.
Yeah, great.
Wireless electric
Vehicle?
vehicle.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Charging explained.
This is the name of a company, Qualcomm's.
Qualcomm's will soon be testing wireless car charging in London. By John Brandon, September 4th, 2012.
Okay, and what do you see in the picture here? This is the pad.
Yeah, and told in car.
Right. Yeah. So it's a parking space and an electric car. All right. And so please go ahead. Could you read this for us, please?
The technology uses the same principles of wireless charging found on charging pads for phones. The concept of the electric car charging over wireless is the stuff of science fiction. You pull into a parking space with your aerodynamic roadster and magnetic resonance condition sends a stream of electricity to your vehicle as you munch on salty chips.
Okay. Now this phrase, as you munch on salty chips, means you're snacking on Well, in England, those would be French fries, salty French fries. Okay? Okay, and so you don't have to do anything. All you do, it's wireless. That's the idea. It's wireless.
I know.
Okay, and it's sort of like science fiction. So the energy transfers directly from this pad put in the ground or in the road and goes automatically into your car. So wireless charging of electric cars. And they're going to try this in London soon. Okay.
Which use city? London?
Yes, in London. Okay, great. And Mine, could you read this paragraph for us?
Okay. But get this, Qualcomm is set to roll out a limited trial in London during the second half of 2012. The technology called Qualcomm Halo Wireless Electric Vehicle Charging is deep into developed and set to launch with Renault sometimes in the next 3 to 5 years.
Okay, please continue.
The main advantage is convenience. Electric charging is a bothersome process for most drivers. You have to park in designed area, connect your vehicle to a charging station and then wait several hours for the change to take place.
The charge
to take place.
Yeah, and just let me help you. The H is silent. We do not pronounce it in this word. So vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Renault is a car maker. They make cars. I think it's from France. And
yes,
so
France.
They're involved in it. And they're going to do some trials. Well, it sounds like they already did them during the second half of 2012. So I'll have to do some research on that. And so it's convenient, incredibly convenient. You don't have to do anything. All right? You don't even have to plug in your car. Okay. So look at this idea. Now, could somebody comment on what they think this picture shows?
It's like many charging points are on the road. When the car is in the speed, your car automatically gets charged while you're driving.
Now, that's science fiction, right?
Yeah, true.
Where you're driving down the road and your battery is automatically being charged.
But again, it has a hurdle that you need to be concentrated on the line pattern, then only you can charge. If you shift away from the roads, possibly it will not be charging.
Now, you may be correct, but they actually mention it. We're going to read a little bit about that because apparently you don't have to park perfectly over the pad. Mm-hmm. But go ahead, Shubham.
Definitely yes. Some newer vehicles, such as Ford Focus Electric, do charge in a shorter period of time, but you still have to find a charging station or top up the power at home before you head off for the day. Wireless charging would solve one of the primary headaches, the trouble of having to get out of the vehicle and make the connection for charging.
Okay. Now, I don't know if a headache is something that's bothersome or irritating, kind of a problem. And so, this wireless charging has a lot of potential, especially in an application like that. Okay. Very, very convenient.
I have a question and I would like to ask. Like I was also taking the previous lecture and I just noticed that there is a lingo difference between the English spoken in the US part and English spoken in the British part. So like, for example, there are many words which follows different lingos. So like, how can I know that which lingo to follow and how to differentiate between these two Englishes?
No, well, I think it's best to sort of expose yourself to both and just learn them as you're using them. And so you need to decide, are you going to be listening to more British English or more North American English? And so Right. That's the idea. But it's just like, I study Spanish, and so I need to learn words that they say in Latin America, in Mexico, and in Spain. So it's just like any language, I guess.
But would it be okay, like for example, I don't know how the US pronunciation of Qualcomm is, but as far as I know about the UK pronunciation is pronounced as Qualcomm, if I'm right. So just
Well,
correct
just
me if I'm wrong.
yeah, but I wouldn't worry about small differences like that.
Okay.
Yeah, just the challenge is always understanding and being understood. So
Actually,
just
the main reason behind taking this lectures on the verbling is for me because I'm preparing for the IELTS examination and I
Okay.
want to improve my speaking
Great.
English part.
Great, good
So
luck.
that's why I was more interested into the presenting the concentration on the lingo of the English to be
Yeah.
spoken.
All right. And so I'm going to move on to Jose. Are you there? Okay, we still can't hear you. So, Cubra, could you start again, please?
Okay. Which works
According
according to Dr. Anything Thompson, the Vice President of Business Development at Qualcomm, wireless charging is now reaching a more mature stage and could be
debuting
debuting at your local filling station in the next few years.
in the next few years. Okay, and so again, another technology that they're predicting will be taking place in just a few years. So wireless charging. Now, what I'd like to do is to show another video. And so I'm just going to turn off the screen share, but just any comments, and I wanted to say hello to Molbach.
Yes, teacher. Hi.
Yes, please remind us, where are you connecting from?
I'm connecting from Algeria.
Okay. And are you happy with the rechargeable batteries that you have in your different electronic devices?
Yeah, it's the only thing that I have, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Are the rechargeable batteries?
Yeah, the rechargeable batteries.
Yeah. Okay, good. All right. So then, what I wanted to do is to copy here. Just give me 1 second. Another comment from someone, please. I'm trying to do a little bit of. I'm trying to get a link copied here. You guys are supposed to help me by talking while I'm doing technical things.
I think we know.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Mine.
Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Nowadays, we use the hybrid cars. Hybrid cars.
Yes, yeah.
It is one of the previous model, I think so, because hybrid cars use the electricity.
Sorry, there's so many technologies that are dependent on batteries. Really really high quality, high tech batteries. And so this is why I'm trying to focus on it, because I think if we have high tech batteries, we will be able to use more electricity in the cities generated by solar power or by wind power, and we can avoid creating so much air pollution. The hybrid cars, I think, are just a car with a gasoline engine, but then they also have batteries. So the gasoline engine charges up the batteries, and then you use the electric motor to drive when you're driving in traffic. Do you understand? Was that your question, though, Mine?
No, I want to point out is the previous model. It's not similar this kind of the car, but
Prius from Toyota.
No, it's
oh.
I am talking about a hybrid car, and it's not
hybrid
car. It's not it's not usual car we use all over the world. It's also electric energy save energy safe car and more or less harmful for the environment. This point, I think we want to protect the natural and ecosystem more, and
Yeah.
that is the reason people try to get rid of the harmful stuff like gas or the other
The gasoline
danger.
vehicles
Yeah,
that burn
gasoline,
fossil fuels, diesel
yeah.
and gasoline. Yeah.
Um,
Well, I think the hybrid cars, as I said, almost, if you go to Vancouver, all the taxis you will see are Toyota Prius vehicles. And it's because taxis are often stuck in traffic. And so their gas engine turns off and they slowly move forward with their electric motor. So they're very efficient. They save a
Wow.
lot of gasoline. Yeah.
Geoff, I would like to ask a question here.
Sure.
Yeah, I heard that you spoke gasoline and you use the petrol rather than using the word fuel. So,
Right.
like, I'm confused now again.
No, but that's it's simple. In North America, we say gasoline or
Okay.
gas, but in Britain they say petrol.
Oh God,
Okay,
I have to just remember all those things.
great. And so let me play some of this video. And this is people excited about the new electric car technology in New Zealand.
Good night, Professor. I'm Soren from Mexico. I'm entry now.
Okay, I'd like to stop there. And I'm sorry, I muted Jesus. Are you there? Hello, Jesus. Please turn on your microphone.
Yeah, I don't know why. When I hear you, when you speak, I hear a very disgusting sound in my computer. I don't know what.
Yeah,
I hear
I
you
think
clear.
there may be a problem with your correction, Jesus. And so, yeah, let's see if you can try to improve it. So the idea behind the technology in the video was that they have developed a battery that can be charged much faster. And so if you combine the two technologies of a way of sending the electricity into the car quickly and a battery that can absorb the electricity quickly, now you have the technology where you can charge your car up in 1 minute. So that's what's exciting. Or your cell phone in 30 seconds. Okay, great. And so what I'd like to do is to open up the document again. And we've got 10 minutes left. And so I'd like us to read this last article about some of the developments that they're making in Germany. And so here we go. I'm going to get this on the screen share. And so here we go. And
Something from my country now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's because Germany is trying to use green energy now. And so that's something that I just absolutely love. So, Mobok, could you please read the title?
Okay. Energy storage breakthrough, large and powerful redox flow battery developed.
Okay, and so this is the idea that there has been a breakthrough, so an advance, a technological advance in storing energy with one of these fancy batteries with liquid flowing through it. And could you continue with this? And just I need to ask people to please keep their microphones muted. We can actually hear you typing.
Okay.
So please go ahead, Molbach.
A breakthrough has been made in the field of renewable energy battery storage. Researchers have developed a redox flow battery that reaches a stack power of up to 25 kilowatts. This breakthrough in battery technology is important because it will allow the energy from intermittent sources of power, such as solar power and wind power, to be more efficiently stored for later use. The new redox batteries are 8 times larger than the systems currently in use, which are only capable of generating 2.3 kilowatts of electricity, so it's a significant increase in capability.
Capability. All right, great job. Okay, and so you can see it's more than 10 times more powerful, these batteries. And this is the challenge of people trying to store energy and use it when you're trying to utilize solar power and wind power. So I guess these would be used not in a car or not in someone's home, but they would be used at an electrical power plant to provide energy to homes. All right, and here is some interesting information that I think. And so what I wanted to do is just to start with Bow Wow. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yes, welcome. Could you read some of this for us, please?
Okay. With Germany's started goal of being powered 100% by renewable energy.
Renewable?
So what?
Renewable?
Renewable energy by 2050. Big improvement in energy storage would be very helpful, offering a means to balance out periodic
fluctuations
in the energy supplied by wind and solar.
Okay, thank you. All right, and so look at this.
Yeah.
Germany wants to be 100% powered 100% by clean, renewable energy by 2050. And so they are working like crazy to improve energy storage. And so that means better batteries. Okay, yeah. Great. And so, Jesus, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Could you please read this next paragraph for us?
Yes, but I can see the text.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to move on. So thank you. And so, Kubra, could you read this for us then, please?
Okay. With this in mind, researchers from Frankfurt, I don't know.
No, this is German.
It is Gesellschaft.
Okay, perfect.
Gesellschaft set out to dramatically increase
dramatically
increase the size and capacity of the redox flow batteries that are currently
Commercially?
Commercially available, and they
succeeded.
The new battery is a significant improvement, capable of providing up to 25 kilowatts. I don't know, in kilowatts of electricity. The prototype currently has an efficiency of up to 80%, and can take a load of up to 500 amps of current.
Okay, so a lot of vocabulary about electricity, if you're interested in that. So prototype. So this is not. This is a battery in development, and so this is in the laboratory. But they have increased everything by 10, and so great. And now we've got a whole bunch of people here, and so I wanted to show a little bit of another video about how this battery works. These flow batteries, which I thought was kind of an interesting. Well, I think it'll be an interesting way to end the class. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once here. I'm not very good at that. So anyone with a comment?
Yeah, I would like to ask a question again.
Sure.
Yeah, for the words like which comes from a foreign international countries, for example, like the German word came in a paragraph, Fraunhofer Gesellschaft. So which should it be pronounced in a German way or should it be pronounced in an English way?
Well, I would say we have a lot of French words in English, and we have an English pronunciation for them.
Okay, so you mean I should pronounce actually like in an English way when I speak, if in case I come across any such international words?
Well, if you think of kindergarten.
Yes, it's again a German word.
Right. If you're communicating with native speakers and you want to be understood, I guess you'll have to use the English pronunciation. So what I'm going to do is move on to the video. Let's watch a little bit of how these batteries work. And just if everyone can please mute their microphones, please. Yeah. Okay, and so obviously that's enough, but I just thought that was interesting. So this is where Germany is trying to create these batteries that are made from two big tanks of liquid, and these will be the places where they store their solar and their wind energy so that you can use it at night or so that you can use it when the wind isn't blowing. All right, so I hope you found that interesting and useful, the content of this hour's class. Please, you are welcome to come to my Facebook page and post your ideas about conversation topics. And I've got to go because I'm back in a minute to teach another class.
Many thanks again for such a beautiful class. I appreciate your efforts and I love you a lot.